good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. I've decided to come on live. Oh, what's that? Okay. Right. This is about the book. I've come on here today about the book, and I'm pleased that some of you will have already purchased it, and thank you for doing that. Thank you for your support in buying the ebook. It's called The Butterfly Circle. So I don't know if I can see who's watching. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Right. So if you're enjoying it, and thank you very much for reading, because it's a lovely book. It is about my mother and father's journey and some of the teachings that Spirit gave them along the way, and explains most things. Of course, I didn't know about all of their journey because I wasn't always around. You know, I was at school and such, and after I left school, you know, I left home and had my family. It explains everything about that mostly in the book. So let's see if who's on here. This is all new to me. Can't see where any comments are. Oh, 2 comments. Let's have a look. There we go about that. They do it all differently on here now, don't they? Oh, here we are. Here we are. I can see you. Right, can everybody see and hear me? I hope so. Hello from Anne-Marie Brumfitt, Catherine Anna and Jenny Price. I didn't really put like a thing for the video to go out, so I just sort of came here on the off chance that if you want to purchase the book, it's called The Butterfly Circle, and it was written by myself and typed up and edited by Lucy. So we hope that you will enjoy it. Now, some people have been saying that they can't seem to get hold of it. You have to, I think, download the app, the Kindle app, and then you would be able to purchase the book. Okay, hello everyone. Hello Lisa and Hazel and Graham, Rachel, Carol. Welcome. Now, if there's any questions you want to ask about the book, then that's fine. You know, I can see your comments now. I can't really see myself on camera as well because this is all sort of set out differently now. But I can see your messages of hello on here, and thank you for your support in purchasing the book, because it's taken quite a time. We've had some little obstacles in the way with illness and one thing and another. So it's sort of had a few setbacks, and I think everything's meant to be. Everything's meant to be when you write something, that it all comes together at the perfect time, you know. So if there are any questions, hello Louise, any questions about this book that you wanted to ask? I'm fine, thanks Sue. Yeah, feeling much better. Okay, so let's scroll up there. Hi Jennifer. Now, I won't be doing any trance tonight, okay? I'll be just seeing if you want to ask any questions about the book. So it's all about my mother and father's journey, as I've said. Hello, Ardelia. Oh, thanks. Lucy just posted the link to it on there. So if any of you want to take a look at it or you want to purchase it, you know, it's only about 35 or 55 pages, I think it is, long. So it's not a great big book. It's not a long read. I think it would probably take you up to about half an hour to read, depending on, you know, how much time you have to read it. You might read a bit, put it down and go back to it. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Sending love back to you too. Okay. So do forgive me if I'm a little bit flippant, because I didn't really plan out what I was going to say. I'm not very good with words, I'm afraid. But again, if you want to ask any questions about it, some of you may have already read this book. I know Honey was saying that she enjoyed discovering the journey, and it's got most things in it about their journey. God, I've lost the words tonight. What's the matter with me? That's not like me. But I am so happy because it all came together on a day that I finished off placing my mother and father to rest in two different areas, not too far away from each other. And I must admit, this time was the easiest time to do it. And on that particular day, which was a couple of days ago, the book was released. And I thought, wow, talk about everything coming together. I'd put my parents properly to their resting place where they wanted to go, and I'd gone back there for a second time to sort that out. And then I came home only to find that the book had been released. So I thought, wow, that's just absolutely wonderful that had been done. So I'm looking forward to it going further, and I'm sure that we will be doing some more YouTube videos soon. So do keep a lookout for those as well, and I will probably discuss the book on there as well. Hello, Christine. Nice to see you. Yeah, it doesn't matter if not many of you come on, because you can always look at this later. But I'm so happy and thankful that you've all supported me through this little book of my mother and father's journey. I just felt that they had to be remembered and thanked for what they did, because I was very proud of them for their journey and all the time that they dedicated to their spiritual work. I think that they went to Stansted quite a few times. I think they met Doris Stokes, yes. I think my mother even met Kenny Everett's ex-wife. There were many well-known mediums that they met in their time. I'm not sure if they met Doris Collins, but I didn't have a photograph of her. If I look in my mum's book, she even met, oh God, what was his name now? He was another famous trance medium. But what I'll do is, I'll have a look in the old album and I'll put some of the photos. Gordon Higginson, that's the one. Got it. Gordon Higginson. There's a photo of my mum with Gordon Higginson. I think they actually met Leslie Flint, I think. Yeah, so there was quite a few of the old mediums that they met. So they had quite an eventful life. And then my dad was invited to sit in Iceland. He travelled over to Iceland with his friend Kay and sat in the physical circle for a lot of people. There were a lot of people watching, and the event took place. Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to go there. Oh, hi from Iceland. Yes, I was just talking about Iceland. My father went there and did a physical phenomena demonstration over there many years ago. 1998 it was, so 23 years. But after that he became quite unwell and he wasn't able to do the sittings anymore. It's a wonderful read. I'm not finished, but it's fascinating. Oh, thank you, Ardelia. Yes, now what it's got in there is some of the teachings from Spirit themselves. So what my mother did was, when they sat in the circle, she used to record the event and then she used to write it all down afterwards in this book. Well, I don't think I got it all, otherwise it would have been a longer book. But most of what was given to me was all typed up about what Spirit said. So you can learn something from their teachings on there. And it's good to know what went on back then in my father's circle, what Spirit said to us. How long did your dad sit for? Oh, over 30 years, Rachel. Over 30 years. Hi from Wales. Hello, Sarah and Deb. Over 30 years he sat for, on and off through his life. Obviously, he had his everyday job, which was mainly being a lorry driver for quite a long time in his life. He'd been a coach driver. My mother used to work with the elderly. I worked with her, with the elderly, for many years, but what a great circle. And I won't forget to mention some of her sitters. Doreen was one of her helpers as well, who's now passed over. So they've all passed over now. They're all working from the other side to help me. And, you know, I feel like I owe it to them. I promised them that I'd do this, and everything's just coming together now. You know, lay them to rest, and then their book. You know, what an incredible present that they've given me and I've given them. The book, Deb, is called The Butterfly Circle. It's got a big picture of a butterfly and some blue butterflies around it on the cover of it. So you can get it on ebook. I think it's $2.99 because it's only a short book, you see, but it's got a lot in it. You know, it's a little bit like making a small cake but packing everything you can into it. So, you know, it's a lovely read, and a lot of effort went into it. From my side, from Lucy's side, she did the technical side of it. So the whole family has been involved in getting it out there. Amazing records, Elaine. Yeah, do you know, they had a little mini tape recorder. It was tiny. But you know, it's one of those little old-fashioned cassette recorders, and they used to record the readings on that. Because back then there wasn't the digital recorders. And I found it years later, but unfortunately I opened the lid and it broke, so I've still got the little tiny tape somewhere. So if anyone could advise me how I can get a little mini cassette tape put onto like an MP3 or something, that would be great, because I'd love to hear that live again. And that was the recordings, I think, of their circles. I think there were 2 tapes, but I've only got 1 left, and I'd have to look it out and find it. Where can I purchase? You can purchase that on Amazon, Catherine. Amazon. Just type in the title, and they'll be at the top of the page. It's got blue butterflies, and 1 big blue butterfly on there. Okay, because the reason being, my mother, she loves, but look, I've got, that's weird, and oh look, I've got a big blue butterfly top on today. That's weird, isn't it? I didn't even think, I just put that on this afternoon. I put this blue butterfly top on today. So that's so strange, I didn't even think about it, sorry guys. Yeah, Lucy's put it out there. If you click on to that link, well, let me just scroll up a minute. The lady that wanted it. Oh, where's she gone now? Catherine, there you are, Catherine. Click onto that link that Lucy's left there, just above your message, and that will take you to the Amazon website and straight to the book. Okay, so anyone that wants that book, Lucy's left the link on there. You're all welcome to click on it, should you wish to do so. Hello, Stephen and John. Hello, Elizabeth. I've got my puddy cat here. Wants to be on TVs. Purring. Every time I get on here, he wants to get in or get out on things. I think he wants to be on TV. Bless him. So, you know, this was, if you want to ask any questions, do ask about it, because, you know, it's so interesting. But if you want to just leave it to read in the book, and that's better for you, that's okay. I'm just filming in my front room today because there's a bit more space in here. Okay. You're all on here, there's quite a few here. That will set you up for a good foundation for your own trance development. Sarah Parsons. Yeah, it will. Yeah. My dad didn't actually teach me much about it, but sitting with him, I felt so comfortable in the circle, I would just sit and everything would be in the dark, obviously, in those days. I remember them putting up the all of the bits up at the window, and we'd all gather together, we'd have all the chairs ready, we'd all have to get our bags and things out of there and sit together, and we had a set of rules that we had to follow so that my dad would be protected and everything. Any more questions about the book? You know, this you're welcome to ask that. Hi. If you don't want to, that's all right. Do you feel that their journey will ever influence you to do? I tried physical mediumship ideally for, must have been about 6 or 7 years, and we thought, we sit in the dark and everything. There was one thing we did get. We did get, me and Pam one night, we saw like black rods coming from me and going across to her and back from me to her again. That was amazing. Now 2 of us witnessed that, so that was amazing, but we didn't ever get the trumpet lifting. So we decided to leave my father's trumpet, which had quite a few dents in it. And I'm sure Spirit tried to wreck the thing, and there's all little dents in it. And we had that in the circle for quite a number of years. And then when we moved to the circle to Pam's place, we took the trumpet there, but unfortunately it didn't move, but they did see things around it going on. I think if you get more than one person witness something in that sort of environment, then that's good. But if only one person sees it, you can't be sure. But in the end, we just sat with the dim light on, and we just put the trumpet there, and it was mostly trance and some things sort of going on. Nothing really moved, so I sort of thought, well, maybe it's not my journey, you know. I did go out of my consciousness a couple of times, so that was quite amazing. Hi Patricia. Christine, I wonder what it's like in the spirit world. Well, my brother came to me, put me back to sleep one morning, and he showed me kind of the outskirts of the spirit world. And it was all light. It was so beautiful. It was like a golden light, Christine. And honestly, I felt myself raise off of the ground and take his arms, which were like extra long, wriggly arms that he had. But there was so many souls there, and they were all in rows. And they all had no features, but they were all light and golden, and he came out of the light with a suit on. Oh, it was perfect. I was so happy. But unfortunately, I had to be put back into my body very quickly. Physical mediumship sounds like fun. You would say that, honey. And I hope you like your picture. Well, I can see that you do, and thank you. Honey has got a very interesting energy. It's so colourful. I don't know, every time I paint for Honey, it's like there's so much colour in her energy. It's amazing. So it's, I shall leave you all to read the book and find out a bit more. Now the next thing will be my book. That'll be the test. That'll probably take quite a time to write that one, because I'm not particularly very good with words, and of course short-term memory isn't very good either, so I'm going to have to really sit and think about that book. It will come out, but obviously these life events take time to write, and then you've got to look back, you've got to remember it all, and it's not always easy. So I will do what I can with that one. And of course, I'm doing the art and I'm doing the reading, so I'll just have to sort of do a little bit in between, perhaps a page a day or a chapter. And I'm not sure how long chapters should be. But I'm sure I've got Lucy's help and advice, because she's very good at that sort of thing. And I'm so thankful to her for helping me to get this book written. Any writers out there got any advice for a big book, I don't know if I should put any art in it or not, but what happens when the animals have to be put to sleep? How do they feel if they are young dogs? Funny enough, Catherine, I did a painting for a lady, and a man and a dog come into it, and she said, Well, that was her puppy that only lived a few days. He only lived a few days, and he came out in the painting. So they go happy. They go to a happy place, Catherine. Really they do, because he came out in the picture and I thought that was so sweet. Well, Carol, well, would love to read your book. Maybe Jonathan can help you write. Yeah, I'm asking them to help me because I've gone through so much with this journey, on and off, and you can't remember every single little bit. And I will write about my spiritual experiences that I've had out of the consciousness as well. So happy to see you in July for Deepen the Trance State. Oh yes, I'm joining Joe Bradley in July for a one-day trance event. You know, it's not me going into trance, it's us helping others that are delving into that side of mediumship. So if you want to come along, get in touch with Joe Bradley on my Facebook friends list, and she will help you to get it organised. Lucy did an amazing job. Yes, she did. Yes. She's more computer minded than me as well. I mean, I wouldn't have a clue. I just explained it all to her and wrote it down, and then she typed it up and did the rest of it for me. So it's a two-way thing and a family thing. I think your art is part of you. Would be beautiful to see it. Oh, thank you. Yes, I didn't really know whether to do a book with my art in it along the way. Have you had any scary moments? Yeah, I have. That time when I got out of my body in the circle, I'm sure others of you here may have had that experience. I moved aside into another place in my consciousness. I wasn't in the room, and I went into the forest, and I put my foot on the path in the forest, and out came my foot, a transparent foot, and I absolutely freaked out. It felt so weird. It was I never experienced that before. I mean, did I shoot back into my body, but still in the trance, and my heart was going 10 to the dozen. But other people do it so naturally, you know. It's just, I suppose really it's nothing to be afraid of, but it's just new, and new experiences with that sort of thing feel a bit weird sometimes. Okay, looking forward to reading book. Well, everyone who reads this book, I hope you enjoy it. Okay, this is the first of a few books to come. Goodness knows how long it's going to take me to write this other one, but I'll do it as and when I can, and I look forward to when that comes out one day. Sorry about the static noise. It may be the camera. I've put my other camera on because the other one isn't too good. But I think you're... Yes. Now let's check if there's any other message that I've missed. Oops, I'm going wrong here. Yeah. Lucy is awesome. Yeah, she is. Tom, all of them. My mother had a beautiful painting done by yourself, and every now and again we look at it and we can see our past loved ones coming through. Oh, that's lovely, Kelly. Thanks for appreciating it. I sometimes I forget what I've painted for who, but I do often look back at them, you know. I scroll through them, and it's nice to see. Some of them I forgot. How do I see your paintings, Claire? You can look at them on my website, elainethorpe.com, or you can go onto my main page on Facebook. They're all on there. On my Facebook page, Claire, the paintings are all on there. Take a look and see what you think. I've just done one today, actually, for Honey. So I'm going to leave that all with you, okay? Enjoy the book, whoever reads it, and thank you for your support, because it means a lot to me, especially with my parents, you know. It was, I think it's the hardest thing I've ever done, let them go completely. But the book has really helped me through that, you know. I feel like I've done something to remember them by, and I know that they're always with me. So I'll leave that with you. Don't forget Amazon, and if you have any problems, you download I think it is the Kindle app, isn't it? Yes. To put the ebook on, alright? How do you know if you have abilities? Well, in some people it comes out unbeknown to them. It may come out of the blue. It may happen to you out of the blue. You'll have an ability. Like me, it happened to me unexpectedly. Even though I'd sat with my father years before, it happened unexpectedly. And so it was quite a shock, to say the least. But when it did come out, I was able to immediately be directed towards all the right people for the journey to begin. And that was amazing. Hey, Dominic, what's been the most interesting part of writing the Butterfly Circle? The most interesting part, I would say, was that I was able to give everyone what I'd experienced in there. The most amazing part was my brother coming to me and all that, explaining how the physical circle worked and putting the teachings that Spirit gave on there. That was the most amazing part. So thank you for that, Dominic. I see faces and pictures when I close my eyes. Yes, and if you meditate, Karen, I'm sure that it will become more clearer to you. Excuse me a minute, I've got to let my cat. Oh, come on. Sit for it. Go on then. Oh, my cat wants to go out again. Oh dear, he's clawed my knees up. That's sore now. Oh dear. Not sure why. Yeah, I think that maybe Spirit is showing you things. Meditation is a good way to make things clearer. Just allow your mind to relax. I mean, I should do more of it myself. I'm not practicing while I preach here. I should do more of meditation. It's finding the time to do it, but even 5 minutes a day or something, 10 minutes, like Jonathan says, a little bit each day is good. The teachings are, yeah, they are, aren't they, honey? Yeah. My dad's guide was called Zambuli. He was a Matabele warrior, and apparently he was punished by the chief for having an affair with the chief's wife, so he was impaled. And I won't go into descriptions how they were impaled. It's pretty barbaric. It's been an amazing journey you have with Jonathan. Yes, it has. It has been totally amazing. Do you know, I think there would be so much to say in that book about just the little things that meant so much to me. There's so much to say. I think the book's going to be about 1,000 pages. Oh dear, it's just, you're going to want to go back for more, I think. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Karen. I find if you meditate to music, but sometimes you accidentally go into these states of mind. How do you know if you have a spirit guide? You all have one, Claire. Everyone in this world has a spirit guide. There's not one person that doesn't. So you just ask them to send you a sign, and they'll come to you. They'll show you and find a way to show you. Ask them to come to you, and I'm sure that you'll get something. If not straight away, you'll get something. I won't say too much about the book as others haven't read it yet. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the book sort of speaks for itself, I think. Although I've said a few things on here, it speaks for itself. I've tried to get as much as possible of my mother and father's journey that I myself knew about. I never did get to meet the lady that my dad was sitting with for his development. All I knew was her name was Nellie Knight and her husband was Charlie Knight, and that she was a physical medium herself. So he had a wonderful journey. And in my family, it seems to me that we've all got it in us. And even in people in this world, you're all spirit inside of you. So There isn't anyone that couldn't be spiritual, but it does seem to run in families. I feel spirit around, but not sure on spirit guides. Do you know what? My dad, Rosalind, never explained to me about spirit guides. I kind of wish he had, but he just didn't. And I used to ask him how he got out of his body. And he used to say, well, I listened to the music and then I imagined myself going into a lovely garden of flowers. And I think everyone does it differently, don't they? And then he said I would find myself getting in and out of my body, and eventually I learned how to get out and travel around. I think, oh, Doris Stokes, yes. Yes, maybe there will be a sequel or two, concentrate on the first book, then the others will come. Oh yes, so I will do, yeah. I think I'll look to the mum and dad's book first. I'm just going to enjoy that, being there for people to read. I feel so proud that we've all done it, because I couldn't have done it without the help, but I'm sure they're in here now with me and feeling proud. Are all spirit guides good from love? Of course they are, Kelly, yeah. Spirit guides wouldn't be evil, they're all good. They love you. Doris got me interested in doing this. I've read her books. Yeah, Doris, my mother, met. I've got a picture of my mother with Doris. I think it was in her later years, because she was getting on a bit in the picture that we've got. And my mum knew her quite well. She went to Doris's for tea. I thought, God, how amazing is that? She got to go to Doris Stokes' house for tea. Oh yeah, my mum got in there, you know, she didn't miss out on anything. Yeah, well, I wish I could do that. What, physical mediumship, Rosalind, or? Yeah, I think physical mediumship is a lot more complex. Trance is sort of on the cusp of physical, but it's not moving things. Whereas physical is really deep. That, you know, you couldn't go much further than that. It's just all mediumship is amazing, but when you experience physical phenomena, it's just out of this world. Saw Doris Stokes signing books at W.H. Smith Basildon. Wow, God, that must have been some years ago. It was probably right back in the 80s, was it? I mean, she was going for a long time. My dad met her too. That is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing that I've got a photograph of her with my mum and Gordon Higginson, you know. Gordon Higginson was well known, and I think he must have probably been in about his 60s or 70s when Mum knew him, I think. Do you do private readings? Yes, I do. Karen, if you go over to the website, elainethorpe.com, then Lucy, if you can type your details in, and Lucy will sort you out, put you on the waiting list, and message you with some available dates and times, all right? What does Jonathan think of Boris Johnson? Oh dear, do you know that was my maiden name, Johnson? Yeah. I don't think he'd judge him. I don't think he'd do that. Can anyone hear my cat scraping? I think he wants to go out. Don't excuse me, everyone. You want to go out? Go out. Oh, sorry. Putty cats are like your kids. They want to go in, they want to go out. Yes, or you can say it out loud. Every thought is verbal, is heard by. Yes, it is, yeah. Now, Honey's seen spirit. She's able to see them. That's amazing. And she's not even afraid, you know. Being sold a bed in my room and jump out my skin. Oh, thanks, Lucy, yeah. Now, it was Karen, wasn't it, who wanted to know about the readings. Lucy's put a link there for you to click onto, and that'll take you over to my website, okay? So, thanks to Lucy. Now, what's going on here? God, I keep getting too near the camera. Oh, that's weird. I don't think I've got the camera quite, you know, open as it should be, but... current frame is too low. Please set the frame. Hold on. Oh, I ain't going to bother with that, so I might lose you all. Looking forward to speaking with you and Jonathan later this month. Yes, Jane, I look forward to meeting you. Does your book go into physical mediumship? Yes. It was the spirits that came through. Sometimes they spoke through the trumpet, I think. So that's what my father was. He was a physical phenomena medium. Yeah. And my mother looked after him while he was in that state, and she took all of the messages down from spirit, done all the writing. She spent hours writing. And that's why I wanted to do it as well, because the fact that she spent all those hours writing that, and just to keep it in a cupboard would just be, it wouldn't be fair, knowing that I've got it, and I've got all that magic and beautiful love that they gave. Just, it wouldn't be fair to let them go over to the other side and not have anything to give them, but just to shove it in a cupboard and it never be read. And that's why I thought I owed it to them. I once did a meditation to meet my spirit guide. I got a flash of a Chinese woman and a flash of my dead sister. I never tried after that because she had been dead for long. Oh, well, she came to see you, Rosalind, to see if you're all right. She loves you. Nothing to be afraid of there. She wanted you to know that she was safe in heaven and that she was happy there. Did your spiritual art come naturally? Yeah, Jack. I always loved art as a kid anyway, but I never really did much of it, only in school. But then Spirit said to me one day, they just said, you're going to be doing spirit art. I said, okay. I'm not very good at art. They said, well, it doesn't matter, we'll show you what to do. So I've gone through stages and phases with the art as well, back and forth, back and forth. And I believe art is self-expression too, so I've gone through many phases with that. I'll move back a bit because that's my eyes trying to see the writing. Is there pricing anywhere before I book, please? Oh yes, that's a message for Lucy. Lucy has a message for you. Okay. Do certain blood groups have more spiritual gifts? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we're all spirit within, so I don't think it makes. I mean, my blood group's just O rhesus positive, so and which was the same as my father, which is quite a common blood group. So I don't think it makes any difference whether blood group you are. I'm looking forward to their entire journey. It helped me with my physical mediumship. Yes, it's very active at home. Yes, I noticed that. It's amazing, Ardelia. Your recordings that Ardelia puts out on there. Wow, she's getting answers from spirit and everything. It's amazing. I'm a portrait artist. Wow, I'd love to see some of your work. Maybe you could be an artist that draws people's guides. Karen, yeah. That's my sister's name, Karen. She's in heaven. And it's spelled the same way as well. She's my twin. Are we in the end of days? Why are things so crazy? We're moving into a new age, I think. I think we're moving into a new time, a spiritual, not necessarily everyone becoming spiritual, but I think our awareness and everything is being erased, and we're being really tested at this time. And spiritual awakening is about a test, I'll tell you that now. I think that everyone is going through it, but they don't particularly know why. I don't think we ever really have the answers to everything, but I think something pretty powerful is happening in this world. And you don't get to anything good without going through a test first. Can we have a negative spirit? Yes. Yeah, I believe in that. I believe you should protect yourself, Jackie. Put light around yourself and protect yourself and pray for only the good and the light to be around you, and anything else is not welcome. My father used to say, Use me, but don't abuse me, before he sat. But they're obviously not going to use you, but I would say, clear yourself and pray and ask for that, to be taken away, to be removed, and for you to be protected. I'm a great believer in that. I will not do anything unless I'm protected. I can remember when you painted for me, my husband came to you and inspired you, didn't he? Yes, he did, yeah. Do you know, some messages have come out in the spirit paintings. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And, even my partner's picked up things, and he doesn't even do that sort of thing. It's even got to him, and he gave messages through it. Okay, let's see if I can see if I haven't... I saw my spirit guide in the mirror. Wow, that must have been lovely. That's amazing. Thank you, Bernie, for letting us know that. Sorry, I didn't see that message earlier, because they move up. Wise words. Hello, Amanda. Or Mandy, I'll call you Mandy now. Mandy is also a trance medium, Amanda Vasu. And she brings through Sue Lee. She doesn't do it publicly, but I think she's absolutely amazing. Her guide's amazing with healing. Wow, just so powerful. Just amazing. The power of artistic creation, yeah. Do you know, Dominic, I looked at that in some woman's house on her wall, and there were so many spirits in it. And the woman was also a spirit artist, a friend, and I could see people in it. It was amazing. Yeah, and there's so much spiritual talent in everyone. We've all got a way of connecting with spirit, and I learned a lot through my mother and father about protecting yourself and about prayer and everything. We always followed the rules of the circle, and whoever didn't was removed from the circle. But he was a great medium, and my mother was a great woman supporting him. He was always a reluctant medium, but he was absolutely brilliant. And I'm so glad that I've got this book out there. It's made me so much happier, and being able to be able to overcome. Hi there from Washington State. Hello, Jaylene. Hello from Ireland. Now, Carmel, hello. That's where my trance started over there, because my father-in-law was Irish, and he lived outside of Waterford. And that's where it started, and I came home from Ireland and continued developing. But I hope that we've done our best in the way of bringing this wonderful book out there. And that's just the beginning. It's my father and mother setting me on my journey, and them having been on theirs. I've left you their legacy, okay? I've left that for all you. My father was so reluctant. He never used to believe when he was younger. I think that, he loved my mother so much, he did it for her. He'd do anything for her. And she wasn't my birth mother, she was my foster mother, but she was as good as my mother. I love her so much. Do you teach trance and spirit art? No, I used to have a group, Leslie, in this room here in my house for 2.5 years, but do you know what? I found teaching really, draining and stuff, and then the guides would want to work on you, so you couldn't get on with the teaching. Oh, it was quite a test, but they were all such good friends, and Amanda Vasu on here as one of my people that sat with me in this room, in this house, and amazing. I sat in a room full of absolutely amazing, powerful mediums, honestly. They were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's a shame they didn't take it anywhere, but they were, honestly. All genuine. Absolutely beautiful people. I loved them all. They were my wonderful friends. Um, I bet the book is going to be, yes, we'll have a read of it, Rita. It is wonderful. You know, it's not an expensive book. It's not a pricey thing like some of the books you get of biographies and things, long books. Um, we've made it an affordable little book so that everyone can get an experience and some teaching, learning out of it about my mother's and father's journey, which will help you then on your spiritual journey, because this is what I want. I leave their book, and then before I go off of this earth, I leave my book as my legacy for anyone that would want to read it while I'm here, when I've gone. You know, I can leave that in this world knowing that I've contributed something. Yeah, Mandy, we're still here. We missed the circle. We used to sit in our circle every week, and then the lockdown came, and it just sort of all phased out. I don't know why. Everything just never really came back. But we're hoping to get back together. How do you know when you've gone into deep trance? Well, Ryan, you'd know if you'd gone into deep trance if your consciousness completely went elsewhere, and you didn't feel yourself in the room. Sometimes you don't like feel yourself get out of your body. You just, your mind moves to another place. So you don't feel yourself in the room. You just feel yourself somewhere else. You just feel like you're in a dream. It's weird. It's like some people actually feel themselves out of the body, but I didn't. I could hear, but yet my consciousness had moved aside. I had some right strange feelings at times in our circle at Pam's. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Read your book today. It's marvellous. Thank you. Sounds good. How much, Elaine? Is that, if that's for the book, it's $2.99, Carol. And it's on Amazon. There's a link that Lucy's left here for anyone that wants to have a read of it. It's a very interesting read, because don't forget it's got spiritual teachings in there as well, what they actually said. So we haven't altered anything that they've said. We've just put every word that they've said in there. My mother would answer them, and then they would answer back to her. So you've got my mother speaking in it, and then you've got the spirit that is answering them. Beautiful words they've said. I've done a small amount of trance with my guy, but I find it hard to hold it. Do you know what, Ryan? I find it very hard if an Indian comes through to hold their energy. They're so strong that they seem to work from the solar plexus up, whereas my guy works from the chest up and into the throat. Any others, like the Indians that come through, they've worked from the solar plexus. Okay, Carol, thank you. I'll go later and buy. Lucy's left the link there again. Thank you, Lucy. Well, I'm going to leave now. But it's been a pleasure coming on here and being with you all. Because I think this computer's getting low on charge now. And I've left it in the other room. So I don't want to keep going in and out. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support with this book. You know, I'm feeling slightly emotional here. But it's been such a couple of weeks. It's been very hard. I did have the shakes after and burping. Oh, burping. That may be purging of some sort. Maybe shamanic healing. Because sometimes that happens. I've heard that, seen that and heard that happening with somebody that did shamanic healing, Ryan. You've done very well holding my father. Oh, it wasn't easy. I'll tell you, it wasn't. Your father's determined, honey, and strong. He's absolutely brilliant. Now listen, he doesn't give honey anything but the best. Guide. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. I tell you. He gives her the best. He loves her so much. So everyone, I'm going to let you go. Don't forget the book's there, and it's on the Kindle app, an e-book to read. All right, or I think you can have it where you can actually listen to it being spoken, and that's even better, you know. So yeah, good luck in reading it. Well, I don't think you need any luck. It'll only give you luck. It'll give you a sense of what your journey could be, and probably will be, you know. Take care, everyone, and lots of love to you all, and thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. God bless you all. See you soon, and thank you.